Alright, so here I'm going to show how to export out of Maya into UDK using the Ninja UDK script. Um, I currently have it in the Ninja Dojo. If you have Ninja Dojo, you can just drop it into your Ninja Dojo bonus directory, and it'll create a menu item for you. So click on that, and you now have uh, the window open. I'll just close that for now. Um, so here's the UI. Pretty simple. You have your level exporter, your actor exporter. These are your FBX files, and some options. You can set your FBX options there, quick access to it. So I'm gonna show you how to export a modular building and some other stuff. So I'm just going to use my Ninja City script. So if you have the Grandmaster of Ninja Dojo, you'll have this too. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to build a building real quick. So we got a building. It's made up of different modules. Alright, so let's collapse that for now. And the first step is to export some FBX files. Alright, so you only want unique modules. So, right, this only has 6 unique modules right now. So what we'll do is we'll select all those and we'll add these to the export list. And we will export it to Museum A directory, and you just hit export and you'll see got some unsupported maps, whatever. So if you go into Windows Explorer, you'll see that it's created a folder with all your FBX files. Alright, so next step is to go into UDK right here, and what we need to do is create a package for it. So you can either do new or import. I'll just do import, and we'll go into the directory that I exported the FBX files. Select them all, hit open, and we'll call this package Museum A, and hit OK to all since we have multiple files. And this is probably the longest step that you'll see. Importing. Yeah. I think there we go. So then right click your new package, hit save, and just save it into the UDK content directory. You can probably save it anywhere you want, but I just do that for now. So now you can see you have your modules. You should have 6 meshes and all the textures that are applied to these. Alright, so now we got that done. Let's go back into Maya, and we need to export a .t3d file. So all of this file is only going to export the location, rotation, and scale of your objects, and it will reference the meshes in the package in UDK. So also, if you want, which is a good idea, is to add these to a layer. So let's go in and create a new layer, and we'll call this building and hit save. So now all of these are in the building layer, which is good to do anyways. So the way you export the .t3d is you just add groups. So you select that and you'll see, oh, warning, objects missing tags. These will not be exported. So you select all these objects and you have to tag it with the package name. And we name that package Museum A. And just hit tag. Now if you select any of these objects, you'll see that it autofills that, so you can kind of check to see what package all your objects are associated to. So now that we have that, then you'll see, yeah, there's yeah, Ninja City creates this extra box that we don't need. So we'll do this, click add again. We get no errors, so that's good. Now this is the export path. We're going to export the .t3d file and the name of it. So I'm just going to call it Museum A and Museum A, because we exported all this stuff to the Museum A directory. So we'll select that, hit export, and that's it. Go back into UDK, and I'll move this out of the way. You go File, Import into Existing Map, and we'll go back to that and find that. I think I named the directory wrong, but oh well. So now we have the building, the museum building that we had in Maya into UDK. Pretty simple. So let's say we want to change the size of this. Oh, okay, so let me, I also want to show you the layers section. So if you do have an object in layers, the UDK exporter or the .t3d exporter will actually add these to layers in UDK, so you can have really quick selection of your layers. So we'll just do that and delete this. And we'll go back into Maya, and let's say we want to make this a little bit bigger. So my mouse is a little squirrely. Get rid of that. And we'll just make this a little bigger. So that's good enough for now. So since we already have this group already added here, we can just go export, go back into UDK, file, import into existing, and select that .3d again. And now, since this is a weird issue, so since we were in the layers tab and we imported it, it automatically makes the layer invisible. So just click on the visibility of that. I don't know why UDK just doesn't make it default on. So now you'll see that we have a bigger building than we did before. And so that's all good. So now let's say I'm just gonna scale this out and this out. Alright, so I'm just gonna delete this building again, and we'll go back in Maya, and let's say we want to adjust this building to use different modules. So we'll select this, and we want these to be wall C. Select this, these to be wall D. Select this, and make these wall E. And let's extend these out. Alright, so now we've just added 9 new modules. If you, and there's also these master modules, I'll just hide these. If you try to export this now, which I'll show you, actually I'm going to also show you if you add, the new modules aren't tagged, so that's, you can actually select these objects, and then if you add select, shift select an object, it will actually show you the tag of the last object selected, so you can just hit tag, and now if you add this layer back in, you won't get an error. So we'll export this and then go back into UDK, file, import this museum file again, and we're still on layers, so we will turn the layers on here. Actually, I'm just going to change this to content browser because and let's fly around and see what we got. We got a building without the new modules. So let us go back and select anything in this default layer, hit delete, select anything in the building layer and hit delete. And we'll just get rid of that for now. So let's add all these to the building layer, and we need to create new FBX files for these. So I'm just going to select them all, it doesn't matter. I'll just export a couple modules a few more times, and we'll hit add, and just our directory still set, and we'll export the FBX files. That's good. So now they're exported. Go back into UDK, go into the content browser, right click on the museum A and go import, and we will import all these FBXs again. Hit OK to all, and this should go a lot faster since we've already got all the textures in, we're just getting new meshes in. So we will go import into existing map the museum.t3d. Now we got the new modules in, and if we go back into layers, of course it turns off that layer. I guess I didn't add those to that layer, or that's a bug. Oh, it's still in default layer. And okay, so that's good, and we will just delete these again. Oops. Yeah. Alright, so we're back with a clean scene. You can also just go File, New, and just do a new scene. But if you've done like some lighting or stuff, you probably don't want to reset your scene every time. So we'll just go back in here and we'll add some props, and to show you how you can just quickly add some new stuff and export everything out. So let's go back in here, and under props we'll add some lights. Street light, just double click it. It's rotated wrong, so let's, oops, alright, yeah, and let's add it to this side, just rotate this 90 degrees, duplicate that, and we will group these into a new group, and we'll call these street lights. Actually, I'm going to call it group underscore street lights. Alright, and let's select all these guys again and create a new layer, and we will call this street layer underscore street lights. Alright, I can't spell today. Alright, so we'll save that layer, and now we have these guys all in those layers. So let's go and just export this, add both of these, and we're like, okay, prop streetlights don't exist. So let's create a FBX file, and we'll just export this into a folder called props. So that guy is exported, and we want to tag these, or go into UDK, go into the content browser, import, go into the props directory, FBX, we'll call the package props, and now we have a street light prop. It might be rotated wrong, but we'll see how it comes out. Back into Maya, and we will select the groups we want to export as a level, add a, oops, forgot to tag it, props, because we created the props package, and we'll export this. Let's just double check. Yeah, and export, go back into UDK, go file, import into existing map, the museum thing. Alright. So yeah, this, okay, so the rotation of these guys aren't correct, which I thought, for the street lights. So let's go back into Maya and fix this. So one thing you can do is just freeze the rotation scale. So let's do that. We'll go, yeah, where did I put that? Freeze rotation. And that didn't work. Oh, freeze rotation. And I'm just gonna open up the Sidekick again, so it's just easier. So now we have no rotation on these guys, and we'll just add this guy to export to props, and we'll just export it again. Go back into UDK and into the props package, go import the street light. That's good. So you'll see that it updates this in UDK. Since we've changed the rotations, we got to re-export this again. exported that, and I'll just do a file new and file import this. So now we should have rotation correct on those. Yep. So we can scale this guy back out, and we have a better scene. And let's go into layers again, turn these on, and what we're gonna do is we'll just delete these guys back out. Oops. Your street lights, delete. Back into Maya, and let's create a new building here. I've already exported some modules for this. I'm not going to show it again, but we'll just build another building here just to show you how you can start building up your city or your environment, your scene, whatever. So we're just going to take these guys, duplicate them, rotate them there, and we'll have this building here, and we'll just edit the size of this to be a little bit longer and shorter, whatever, and we'll go and replace these with something a little more interesting than these walls. Alright, so we got a new building built, and so let's go back. I think I closed out the UDK script, and so this is good. Now I named this package Brownstone A. So here we're just gonna this New York Brownstone A, and let's tag this. So now they're tagged to use this package. Just create a new layer, and we'll just add these to the building layer. So both of these will be in the building layer. Yep. And we will select this. These boxes get created with Ninja City script that we don't need. So we'll select these guys and hit add. No errors, that's good. Hit export. So we got the level exported, and go file, import. And now we should have the scene imported into UDK. So here's the Brownstone A building and the museum building. So that's how simple it is to get a level into UDK. So just one more time, let's export out so you can just kind of see how easy this is. So I'm just going to go and duplicate this guy. We'll move it here and duplicate this guy. Move him here. And then we'll just add all these groups. The export, OK. I'm just going to do a new scene so I don't have to delete all that. And import the Museum A again. And now we should start having a city starting to be built, which is good. And if we scale this guy, oops, out, and we can go and hit play. Can run around the level that you just built. So yeah, there we go. That's a start on how to do it. All right, let's exit this.